On this episode, we're taking a stab at needle felting. Needle felting is basically a craft that involves repeatedly stabbing a piece of wool with a barbed needle. The needle has really little barbs that tangle the fibers. As you tangle the wool, you're able to manipulate it and shape it into any shape you desire. Needle felting is a really fun craft, and you don't need a lot of supplies to get started. All you need is a set of felting needles, a pair of needle felting finger guards, a block of foam, and some wool. Needle felting is really dangerous, so please wear your finger guards and always keep your fingers where you can see them. Today we're going to make a simple little cat. I'm going to take a piece of wool and shape it with my hands into a ball. You're probably wondering what a felting pad is and why you might need one. The purpose of a felting pad is to protect your needles, your tabletop, and your lap from getting stabbed. Don't forget to keep your fingers out where you can see them. Now I'm going to start tangling the wool with my needle. As you stab, make sure to rotate your wool. That way you get every inch of the wool nice and tight. When you stab your wool, always stab it straight on. Don't curve the needle or else you'll break the tip. If you want your needle felting to go a little bit faster, you can use 2 needles instead of 1. As you manipulate the fibers, your ball of wool is going to get smaller and smaller. Now let's add a little bit more wool to make the cat bigger. Wrap your wool around your felt ball and stab the wool with your needle to tangle it. I want my cat to be able to sit upright, so I'm sculpting a flat bottom for him to rest on. I'm using the wool on the end to sculpt his head. When complete, your cat should look like a little egg. Make sure your body still has a little squish. You don't want to over-felt it because we're going to add on the face and the colored fur. Let's get started on the cat's nose. To make the nose, I start off by rolling a very small piece of wool into a ball. Yeah, this is really hard to work with. Luckily, I have a solution. Take a straight pin, and you're going to use it to hold your little ball in place onto the cat's face. Felt the nose onto the body. When the nose adheres to the body, then you can remove the pin. Now let's add some color. One of the best ways to get started with needle felting is to buy yourself a kit online. Most needle felting kits come with everything you need to get started. In fact, all the wool that I'm using is from a leftover needle felting kit. Let's make a pair of cute little cat ears. I'm going to start out by shaping the wool with my fingers. begin your needle felting, use a short stabbing motion. Your needle should not disappear into the foam block and should hardly pierce the foam at all. I like to use scissors in order to help me shape the ear. Now, let's attach the ear. I'm going to use a straight pin again to hold my ear in place. Remember to rotate your sculpture as you needle felt. That way, the ear adheres very well to the body. I'm going to felt a cute little orange spot onto my cat's fur. Once again, I'm going to make a little orange ball and felt it onto my cat's fur. Now I'm going to make the second ear. I made this ear way too complicated. What was I thinking? I should have just made the ear orange. Now let's give this kitty some eyes. I'm gonna take an owl, not a hoot owl, a hole punching owl, to make some holes for the eyes. I'm gonna give him the tiniest, cutest little pink nose. And a little pink mouth. I'm just using a thin strand of wool to make the mouth. Now it's time to give this kitty a little tail. Sometimes I like to tangle the wool a little bit with my hands. That way the wool keeps its shape. One more ball of wool to give him a little chin. He's going to be a keychain, so I'm going to poke him in the head and add the keychain. Use a dab of white glue to adhere your accessories to your felted creature. And there he is, a felted cat companion to travel with you on all your amazing adventures. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of Crafting with Ursa. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.